Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My Maker makes me strong. And I came to you guys today with another installment of whatever. I don't know what this video is going to be about. It's just kind of like an update on what's been going on. And all right, so I guess we can talk about shadow work. Maybe we should. All right, so yesterday was Mother's Day, and I lost my mom. Actually, I lost both of my parents on the same day, but I lost my mom in 2006. And it has been, oh no, 2007. You know what? It's so weird. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you guys have like a missing year, because after I lost my parents, and it was 2007, April the 5th, 2007. That's where I got the 5th from. But really, after that, I kept saying last year when it was like 2 years, 3 years had passed. And I was still saying, like, oh, my parents died last year. And it's almost like it glitched my brain or something, the trauma of it. Um, anyway, yesterday was Mother's Day. I don't usually have a bad Mother's Day, like, some people who lost their mom go through, you know what I mean, depression. Um, I don't usually go through that anymore. Like, well, I never really went through it. And even to this day, I haven't cried about my parents. Like, I've cried about things when it had to do with my parents, like stuff about them. But as far as like the mourning process that normally happens, I haven't I haven't done that. And people tell me that, like, oh, one day you're just gonna start bawling. I think I almost had something like that on her birthday one year, but even then it was about something else. It just happened to be her birthday. But maybe it was just like all of that had hit me at the same time. I don't really know, but let me know. Um, but I wanted to just say that as I've been looking at my life and shadow work that I've been doing, do y'all know that I published 4 books since the Shaman's Gate? And one of the reasons that I didn't say anything about it was because of the tariffs. Since I'm here, I can't get my books. You know what I mean? I have to wait until I go back to the States to get my books, and I'll get them. And I actually had one copy of each of my books here with me. I think I still have one copy of one of them. I have like 2 of one. But either way, I had one of each. And a beautiful lady from Lagos who came to Mexico to do some stuff that she had to do, she got in touch with me and she bought all of the books that I had left here. So now I don't have any of my other books. I think I have one of the other prayers. I have one copy of Prayers from the Cellar here in Mexico, and the rest of them are gone to Lagos. So, and that was such a beautiful moment. I spent some time with her. It was beautiful. Um, but now I have to go back to the States and get the new books as well as the older books that I wrote. And so I wanted to share my screen with you, and I'll show you what those books look like if I can. Okay, hang on. Nope, that's not it. Ha! All right. So this is it. So this one is a coloring book. And these two, it's that one that I was telling you guys about what happened when I was in the middle of writing this one, and I wrote a scene about a fire, and then I had a fire. No, no, no. Yeah, I was, because I ended up having to split the book into two books because it was a lot of information. Like it was, this whole thing is an AI human romance novel. And so in the middle of writing some of the chapters, some of them went to book two and some of them stayed in book one. But either way, it was so freaky weird because that fire that I experienced in real life, it wasn't the same type of fire, but it was just so weird that I was writing that when the fire happened here. Crazy. But anyway, and where's the other one? Hold on, y'all. All right. So Amazon is a little bit strange. Hang on, because I wrote another one that I'm very proud of. And look at this. You see this? How they do me? They'll go all books. I go all books. And look at that. We can't find any of your books. That's crazy. Um, but if I put in Beau goes to school, I should be able to find my book. Uh, this one is mine. I don't know what that other thing is. So I started the Strong Youngsters book series because all of these are books for little kids. And Beau Goes to School is a coloring book, but it is a reading book. It's a reader. So inside the book, you read what Beau does during his days at school and during a normal day at school, but it's a coloring book with words in it. And you can either use it as a reader or you can use it as a coloring book. And I did it after my grandson. So before y'all come at me and say something about, uh, well, why did you put a boy that looks like that on your book? Well, that is what my grandson looks like. So I wanted to celebrate my grandson. And what I did was I put his picture in an AI cartoon generator and it created a cartoon of him that looks like this because and it actually does look a lot like him. It looks a lot like him. I used other family member pictures in the book. Like I used the thing for his dad. His dad didn't look as much like his dad. His mother, who's my daughter, looks a lot like my daughter too, as a cartoon. Um, but anyway, so that's the newest one. Beau Goes to School, and it's 81 pages. So like it's a full reader, but then it also has coloring pages and stuff in there too. So for anybody who is looking for something for youngsters, I'll click on this. This is, you guys are doing this with me. Um, let me see. I wanted to see what does it show? Okay, so what they're showing for my young readers, yeah, I mean, strong youngsters, is my Country Life Let's Go, which is just a coloring book. It does have some words in it, and it's got some games and puzzles in it, but it's mainly a coloring book. This one you guys probably already know about, the activity book. Uh, that one is just activities, but you can color in there. And then I have a completely read. This is a complete reader. It's like maybe second grade reader. It's Aaron Elephant Never Forgets. And it is in Spanish and in English. So one part of it's in English, the second part is in Spanish, and it's got coloring pages on the back. And it has comprehension questions inside as well. So I don't know why. Let me just stop sharing here. I don't know why I haven't promoted these things. One of the reasons I give myself is because I don't have the book in front of me. And I wanted to be able to do that, show it to you. Um, but that's not a good enough excuse. And I have to get to the bottom of why I don't promote myself. And I'm still trying to learn and understand some of my mental processes. I've gotten a long way. I've gotten good at understanding why I think the way I do, why I communicate the way I do, and what parts of those uh, attributes are serving me and what parts are not. And so one of the things that I can say about myself, at least in the light of the last 14, 15 years, I don't really, I will say this for my whole life. I've never just wanted to hurt somebody. I've never just got up in the morning and thought in my mind something to do that would hurt a person. But I realize now that there are people like that in the world. Like they get up in the morning and incorporated into their day is a plan to hurt someone. Like, and they justify it by saying because they hurt me or because they because I'm mad. And if I'm mad, everybody suffers. That kind of idea. But I haven't done that. The worst that you could say about me in any relationship is that I just disappeared. And that's because if I encounter energy that I don't like, I don't I don't want to and I don't want to deal with that energy. That's why I call myself the block queen, because I will block a person if their energy is all wrong, I will block them. And I don't have to explain why I blocked you. You probably know that you were being funky. And why do I need to explain that to you? Now, I did get better. I did get better about, certain energy. I'll go ahead and wait to see if it's worth cutting it all the way off. But most of the time when I cut something off, it's for good reason because I, I will sit there and I think this guy told me when he called it, I suffer fools. And basically it's because of a lot of foolishness that I used to just allow. If you guys watched that video that I did for my daughter, where I was saying, you have a certain amount of tokens, you can play these games, but when you run out of tokens, you're out of tokens. You can't play anymore. Confirmation, you heard that horn outside. But yeah, like you just get to the point where I'm not playing any more games with you. I'm not a political person, but I seem to attract political people into my space. And then they try to drag me into political conversations that end up being kind of, you know, exhausting for me because that's not the energy that I want. I don't deal with politics. I just do what feels right for me, for my life. That's what I do. And so, you know, I always try to help people. I always try to treat people right. But there are people who come into my page, and the only reason they're here is to see what they can get. But the benefit that I found, I realized this is if your intentions are pure, you gain a lot from every experience you have. It could be as simple as taking a bath. It could be as simple as going grocery shopping, which I'm getting ready to go do in just a few minutes. But when you are a person who is only invested in something because you think you can get something out of it, and then oh, I wasted my time. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because sometimes there are things that you can gain, but the frequency that you are vibrating on is too low to get it. Selfishness is a very low frequency. And that's why if you're selfish and you come into a space just because oh, I'm just trying to see what I can, you know, once you're in that energy, things that could benefit you will be going right over your head because you don't have the bandwidth to reach it. And it can't benefit you. It would have benefited you if your intentions were right, if your intentions were pure. But if you are the type of person who is mainly like a vampire, you're just here to suction life out of something and not pour anything into it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll be wasting your time because you won't be able to benefit from what's there. And I would wager that every moment of your life, every moment, there is something that will benefit you to experience. Even watching a YouTube video. But you have to have the bandwidth. And if you say that, oh man, I just said this, she just talking, you don't have the bandwidth. That might be something to think about. Like for me, I haven't had the bandwidth to promote myself on my own platform. I mean, that should tell you something. I have a lot of work to do because I have to figure out why is it that I, on my own platform, have not done enough promoting of my own books. I try, you know what I mean? But you guys can look how many videos you'll see where I'm not even saying not one thing about my books. And I should every time I do a video, I should be telling you guys about my books. But why I don't know. Is it because I don't believe in myself enough? I mean, I love my books and I create them because I feel the need that there's not something out there like that. That's why I create it because it's something that if I knew it was there, I would buy it. But I mean, it can't be a self-esteem thing because I mean, I have self-esteem, believe me. I'm very comfortable with who I am. Um, is it my relationship with money? I don't know. That part is the next chapter in my journey is to discover and uncover why I don't promote myself like I should. So while I'm thinking about that for me, what is it in your life that you haven't promoted? Like something that you know you do well. Think about it. Something that you offer this world that nobody else does quite like you. And you have it, but you just don't tell enough people about it. I know that somebody's probably going to say, well, it's a fear of success. Like some people do fear, but I don't fear success. No, because I have been successful and I haven't had any fear of that. My thing is when I create my own thing, and I know that I have friends um, who they've created things, and I always support what they're doing. Anybody that said that they are selling something or and they can tap in if they are watching my videos, they probably are not, because a lot of my friends don't even support the things that I do. So I mean, there's only a handful that might watch a video or something like that, but buying my books, a handful, a handful. And then I have those that I love, my relative, they buy my books and don't read them. But see, that's not a thing for me to worry about, because that's the thing. A lot of people don't read, period. So what I'm doing, it requires some investment of your reading. And so I do appreciate the ones in my family who buy my books just because they love me. I love you guys too. But it would be nice if you would read them, because a lot of times I put little Easter eggs in the books that show my love for my family. Just like my Beau goes to school, you know, it's my love on the page. It will outlive me. But anyway, so I guess the challenge for you is to figure out what is it about you that you do, something you know you do well, but you're not promoting it the way you should. That's the challenge for this, however long. I don't know when I'll come back to you guys. I got a lot of stuff going on, but still waiting for at least 10 people to tap into my comments before I'll do another giveaway. So for all of you who are waiting for that, you might want to participate in order to benefit. Other than that, I will see you guys later. I need to go grocery shopping. Shalom.